It's Mike Farrell, Rivals.com at the Under Armour All-America Game registration with Marvin Wilson, obviously a five-star, big-name guy. Just named his top five. So give me your top five, and then we'll talk about him.
Florida State, Ohio State, OU, LSU, and USF.
All right, so let's talk about USF. I talked to you off camera about Charlie Strong. Obviously, he's made an impression on you as a person. What do you like about Charlie? And obviously, this is giving USF a little bit of publicity as well.
I like Charlie as a man off the back. You know, he got to know me as a person before I recruited more than anything. He helped me with recruiting, how to go about it, how to do interviews and stuff like that, and it just really spoke volumes with me. He just really helped me throughout this process. So, you know, a guy like that, you got to keep close to you.
Okay, so let's talk about schools you've visited. You know, tell me about the visits you've taken, what you've come away from, what you've gotten out of those visits.
I went to Ohio State on my official. Absolutely loved it up there. You know, see one of the best college rivals. I got to see them play Michigan, and it was just the environment of like the century, and I loved it. Got to be up there with Jeff Recruiting and Baron. Baron committed based off that game. You know, it's really taking a high consideration in my recruitment. You know, possibly get Jeff. You know, you never know. So if they really get Jeff, that's really gonna have to put my eyes to it. You know, because some of my closest friends going to Ohio State and both from Texas, they making that long drive up there. Might have to make it too, but you never know. LSU, you know, got Austin Douglas, Kerry Vince, and all those guys. We rode up on the plane. We're just talking about it. You know, Coach O has a master plan for all of us, and you know, just waiting to see how it plays out right now with recruiting and stuff like that. Going to take official with them on January 13th. So you know, going to see how it is, how everything is since he's been there. So I'm going to check it out. I went to Florida State. Actually, that was one of my best visits so far. Actually, just I absolutely loved it up there. They just got Josh Kandel a couple days ago. Already tweeting me out, recruiting me and stuff like that. So you know, they're already after me.
In the Oklahoma visit you took early in the season, a lot of people felt, oh no, Oklahoma's going to be out of it. He went to a loss, but that's not the case.
No, that's not the case at all. Just because they played Ohio State, it was a tough loss. I mean, hey, they came out and played better. I mean, it happens. But off the record, off the back, Coach Tibbs played. I mean, he played a big role in my recruitment. He works really hard with me. He recruits me hard. He's one of the coaches that recruited me the hardest out this process, and he's just doing his job to get me there.
Now, you're a guy who travel to visits, even if they're not official. So, what's your schedule like for January? What does your weekend of the 13th look like, and the 20th and the 27th?
Weekend of the 13th, I'll be at LSU. You know, just take my fourth official, and then probably last weekend or the weekend before that, I might take my fifth official, or if not, I'm just have to go off of the ones I already did.
Would that fifth official be to USF or to another school?
Probably another school. Most likely, it could be USF, but I probably might do another school. I don't know yet. I'm still thinking.
Who's in contention as that other school?
Probably Ole Miss and USC.
Okay, so tell me about what do you like about them, because we talked about the schools in your top five. What do you like about those two?
USC, you got Coach Udeze, D-line coach. He just speaks volumes. He's a real down-to-earth guy. He recruited me really hard throughout this process. You know, the thing about it is just California. That's so far away from home. So you know, that's one of the knocks that they have right now.
Ole Miss?
Ole Miss, you know, they were really high in my recruitment. They just lost Kiffin, so, you know, I don't know where they stand right now. So, you know, I'm just taking my time with it.
LSU was your leader way back when. Mm-hmm. You know, obviously Les Miles was under fire at the end of last season. Mm-hmm. He's gone. Ed Orgeron is in place. A lot of people think Ohio State's your leader. I know you're not going to give me a leader because you're too smart for that. But, you know, where do you stand with LSU after Ed Orgeron's hire? And is that the hire you wanted to see?
That is the hire I wanted to see. I wanted him to get the job. As soon as he went in as an interim coach, I knew he was going to get the job off the bat because after what he did at USC when he was an interim coach there, I knew he was going to get the job. I knew he was going to lead them to greatness. So that's a really good hire for me.
And you mentioned Browning and Okudah possibly. You know, Browning committed to Ohio State, Okudah possibly to Ohio State. How much of an impact are guys that you know? Do you know anybody at Florida State? Do you know anybody at Oklahoma? Do you know anybody other than those guys at Ohio State?
Oh, yeah. OU, they got Justin Brewers and Trey Brown. You know, those two guys, you know, they recruited me hard when I was up there for my official. When I was at Florida State, you know, just talking to different guys, the 2D tackles, Corey and his cousin, those who have been talking to me hard. And Stanford been recruiting me probably the hardest one out of everybody. Like, everybody flat out. He hits me all the time on Twitter and stuff like that, just trying to get me there.
Do they have a chance? Because Walker obviously committed there. You guys are tight.
Yeah, they actually have a chance.
So they're maybe with that USC Ole Miss type of thing, maybe to get that last official visit?
No, probably not.
All right, so they don't have a chance. Marvin says they have a chance, but they don't have a chance. All right, so last question, I got to ask it, you know, obviously, give me two schools that you know are going to be there till the very, very end. Just two, not five.
As of right now, probably Florida State and LSU.
All right, you heard it. So some visits to come up, and then signing day?
Yes, sir. Signing day.
Signing a decision. Marvin Wilson, thank you very much.